Hi everyone, it's Dorcas and welcome back to my channel. The weekend right after Stationery Fest, I attended the DC Pen Show, so let's head down there together. So it is 5:40 in the morning. I am super tired. I am here at Moynihan Hall again because I'm heading to the DC Pen Show. I just had my live last night, so I'm super tired. But I am heading down to Baltimore area, meeting up with my stationery friend there, and then we're going to drive down to the show. I'm going to be doing overnight this time at the hotel. I'm meeting up with my high school bestie who's going to be staying with me and going to the show for the first time tomorrow. So I'm excited. She'll see firsthand the madness. Ooh. So I have no plans for this show. I have $5 for my budget. So we'll see. I'm just going for the vibes. And because I just didn't think I would be going to San Francisco this month. So I'd already booked this and let's see what it's like. Had I known I'd be going to the San Francisco Pen Show later in the month, I probably would not have gone to the DC Pen Show again, but I was committed and I went with absolutely no plan or intention of buying anything. So I sat back and just kind of enjoyed the ride and answered some questions from my YouTube live, some comments, and then soon enough I was at BWI where I met up with my friend and she and I drove down. It took about an hour or 45 minutes to get to the DC Pen Show hotel. And like previous years, the event was taking place at Falls Church Marriott Fairview Park, so not exactly in the DC area, but close enough, I guess. And it was just nice to be back there. This was our first pen show, or at least my first pen show that I attended with her last year. So it was kind of nice to reminisce at how far we come and just kind of celebrate the anniversary of our attending these events. As is typical with a lot of these pen shows, registration and admission was very smooth, pretty easy, and we arrived around 11, a little before 11 a.m., and there was plenty of people around. We went into one of the rooms where Sugar Turtle Studio was right where they were last year. A lot of these vendors were actually in the same spots as last year, which was really helpful. Tom always has these whimsical stickers and stationery items, so it was just fun to watch him do this little fortune teller giveaway. Hello Tello Studio, I hadn't heard of them before, but we were able to chat with the owner about how they made the finials on each of these tiny little pocket pens.
Under the back, and when you do, it's fully functional. Give it a try. It kind of sits in that nook of your hand.
Oh, this is super cute.
So it looks super tinny, like, oh, I couldn't write with that. But actually, it's just right.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Oh my goodness.
Cute.
The DC Pen Show is a very well attended event, and so it was so packed that Saturday. But we still managed to see the familiar faces that we know and love. Here's Natasha of Inky. So we talked to her about some of the new offerings and just how she has become known for her leather cannolis. And we saw the new orange and gold foil cannoli that she had at Stationery Fest. I had missed that last time. Samantha wasn't at her booth, but I was part of her hijinks later on in that day. But we got to see some of the Adopt-A-Pals, new animals, and 3D printed objects. Like these tap to pay wands that I keep seeing around on social media.
From last year, do you want me to walk you through it? Okay. So you're gonna grab the nib, and the nib goes face down into there.
The nib goes face down into
Yep.
here.
And then the section goes like that on top of it.
Right on top.
And then you're gonna slide it in this way, and then press all the way down. And that's a section. And then we can do the other one, and then we'll move on to the cake.
Okie dokies. Wait, yes, that's right.
Yep.
Which way? This way.
So the threads go up, yeah, just like that. And done. And we're gonna do the cap on the other one. So that's the inner cap. So it's gonna slide right onto the brass rod over there. And then the cap goes on top. And the finial goes on top of the cap.
I'm blind right now, man. Good? Is
Yep,
it in?
and then slide it in. Whoop. Yeah.
Oh, they're doing the DIY Kawaii thing.
Cool. It'll even out once you press down. And then we're gonna
Does that
take.
look alright? I can't tell if that's what you're sure. My eyes are bad, bro.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's how you know you made it yourself.
Alright, here we go.
Yep. That's the truck. Can't pull it out without sliding it out. And that's the next one. And another cow.
God, my fingers. Dorcas, I'm blind. I hate being old, man. Okay.
Now, the pen is 38. Comes with a cartridge if you want.
Look at how far I've come.
Good shoe.
It's a pelican.
Good job. I know. You got it.
I like plastics. I'm curious about all kinds of ceramics, plastics, and metals. Just like this one.
That they did with Yafa, the American company, and they did only still for it. Yeah. Yeah, majority of the nibs on the table are going to be gold. You just found one of the two that's still. So.
But you're right. If it comes in
Yeah,
gold, that'd be
majority.
perfect.
I know. I want a decimal in gold. That's not just in Japan. Taiwan.
That's right.
Like all the exclusives are in.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, of course.
Stunning.
What's this one?
Let me
Absolutely
check.
I love Le Petit Prince, but I was very happy that this Visconti was not really speaking to me the way the story does. My friend is a huge Franklin Christoph fan, and so this was right up her alley. The colorways, galaxy rainbow, that's so her. And this blue marbly one with pink, very precious. It's like bubblegum pink. They also had these interesting kind of metal bodied pens with these really intricate designs, cutouts. It was nice to see that they had other offerings as well. Roses Without Thorns has the most intricately cut interactive cards. I just couldn't get enough of them. And then right next door, Maycraft Tribe had the little magnetic bookmarks with the little leather straps. They had pins. Now, I had already stocked up last year, but my friend was looking for her dog last year and either lost it or was able to buy it again this time around. But I got a bunch of Totoro and Studio Ghibli, Winnie the Pooh, so At the main ballroom, remember last year, I totally forgot that this even existed until the tail end of day one. So we looked inside and it was so packed.
Everything about this. Oh my God! Look at the nib.
We're all the way around the thing.
Yo, it's got a Joker smile and it says bang. Okay, so. Oh my God. I think it's the Joker signature. This one must be that one, and this one must be that one. Holy shit. Boy, this is gorgeous. Like if Dan would actually use
That's the one you get?
175. You know why?
Why?
So angry. Look at that, so angry. Oh, it's got a bat symbol. That's why I was trying to open it because I bet you it's beautiful.
Penny Post had a bunch of Travelers Company items, but they had this cool gacha machine where you would put in a token and get a gift with your purchase. I love the pigeon on top. So there were little ink samples. Most of them were little ink samples, but that was fun. And then we went into this other room. Tono and Limbs was here on day one, but they were not even there on Sunday. So I'm glad I was able to see them making those custom ink pads and fountain pen ink colors.
How much are these?
$4.20. I don't care. Whatever she
Yeah, I'm spelling it right? I think so.
1 L. Or 2 L's, I mean. Girlie.
Oh my God. Forget it.
Huh? No, they're beautiful. Here, try another one.
That's 0.2.
Which one is that one?
0.8.
0.8.
Oh, so
So quarter.
Got it. This was 0.2. 0.8.
That
Oh.
one is the craziest one.
0.2.
Yeah.
that is so tiny. Is it smooth though?
No. Definitely catchy.
Did you try the kanachi?
After tempting my friend yet again with the drill log pens, we went to a different room. We were just bouncing around to all the different rooms, just looking. I had nothing that I needed. We were just seeing what was there. Zek Pens blew me away with these painted pens. I found myself kind of drawn to these types of pens during the weekend, but look at these. These are so detailed and vibrant. They were just absolutely beautiful. Just so different from many of the other things that were there from other makers. I just wanted to touch them all. NFP Design had a beautiful assortment of pen trays and cases, holders, pen rests made out of wood of different varieties, as well as display mats in different colors. So you can kind of mix and match the matte color with the pen tray of your choice. And they were really affordable, definitely compared to some other brands that were also there. So those you could change out the art tiles if you wanted a different vibe for your desk. this cube drawer I was looking at the joinery to see how it compared to my Toyuka craft box. So my friend was there until the end at 5 p.m. when my high school BFF joined me. We checked into our room and then went out to buy some things we'd forgotten at Target and have some dinner. There was this little park area in the downtown area of the neighborhood, and we had dinner and had an awesome little sleepover. All right, so it is now day 2 of the DC Pen Show. I am outside of the hotel. Day 1, I kept it super chill. I was hella tired. I came with my stationery buddy and we walked the show for a few hours. She had to head out and I had decided to rent a room and invite my lifelong friend, my best friend, to join me for the DC Pen Show. She's never been to one of these things, but she knows that I'm super into stationery. So I was really curious to see what it would be like for her. So she joined me, we had a sleepover, it was super fun. And so now I'm gonna have Mabel come on. Come on. All right. So this is Mabel. I have known this woman for 30 years, something like that. A long time.
30, yeah, 26.
Yeah, a long time. So I love her very much. And what do you think this show? Okay, so when she came, she arrived around like 5. So the show was just starting to like wrap up, but I did give her a little peek into what the rooms looked like, the ones that we were still able to get into. So what do you think the DC Pen Show is gonna be like?
I think it's gonna be exciting.
Exciting. Okay.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
And just like a whole new world.
A whole new world. There's a lot of rooms, so I hope you're...
Yes.
Yes.
It's bigger than what I thought.
Right. So she thought like, because I kept saying like, oh, the DC Pen Show is a big show. It's what, the biggest one in the country at least? And she's like, I mean, it's pens, right? How big could it be?
Yeah.
It's big.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. We've already like seen the groups of people congregating last night, and then even this morning, because we have just the day passes, we can start going in at noon, and people have been here since like 9 a.m. So we're gonna go in. Do you have anything in mind that you want to get?
I do, but it's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret. Okay. So I will see if I can help her find that, and we are going to we're gonna see what the show is like, and then we're gonna come back and see if this met your expectations or if you're like, I never want to do this again. So bye. We started our journey in room 1, where I let Mabel just peruse the tables, take her time. It was Sunday, so it was way more chill than the previous day. And it was for the best because she had questions and she didn't feel so pressured or overwhelmed. There was enough to look at already. So I just let her kind of play with the pens, ask questions, and just take her time.
Just color?
Just yeah.
Did you use? No? Oh, okay. Of course, yeah.
Just got it. Yes.
Which color do you like?
Yeah, you just put it in different.
You too. Hi guys. Hi.
Kaleido Craft had a variety of 3D printed stationery and these playful nib holders in these really fun colors, as well as charms and keychains, stickers, and these adorable little fidget toys.
And he designed it to A11 piece of paper. You can tuck your paper in.
Oh, like this way.
Yeah. Or if you have an A5. So with the rails it's 20, and then there's some without rails.
I'd already passed by Lincoln's Leathers on Saturday to give Mackenzie my condolences. In case you didn't know, back in the spring, John, her dad, and half of Lincoln's Leathers passed away tragically. So I just wanted to come and check in, and she said that the stationery community had really rallied around her and supported her during these past few months. I can't even imagine what her family has been going through, but it was nice to see her face there and just give my support one way or another.
So the size is 30 for the little ones. These are 40, these are 55, and the great big ones are 75.
Look at this one.
You want to run out.
You know, that's a good thing.
It's so pretty.
How old is she?
So I've got two of them actually. The main one is just 5. The younger one is 4.
Mine is 17. Going away to college. She's the little Pinkie Pie. I know it's not Pinkie Pie, but these are so cute. Thank you. Which one you get? You guys are gonna this one. Yes. Very excited. Be safe going home. I will go from here, so.
You still got
Gabby Wax Creates was back with their Pokemon card fountain pens for those fans who need to really collect them all, no matter what shape or form they take.
And you press it together, and then you turn a pen of it.
That's probably what I wore. So the button, let me see the button. That's part of the uniform. Wow. That's pretty. Yeah, it is. You can see the detail of the fiber. I think that means 0.
Yeah, and he's a booth babe. You know, he's got hair like yours.
Really?
You know, and he pulls people in.
How does it work? Let me see. I love the light up. Oh, wow.
So, and then it's got a built-in light, but this is also glow-in-the-dark filament. So if you take it out in the sunlight or put it under UV light, it lights up like a lightsaber.
Oh, wow.
I had some kids in here yesterday doing a lightsaber duel with each other.
That's fantastic. See, he's helping you expand.
Yeah, he came up with the idea for this. He created the logo.
I was like, oh. No, yeah,
like
you took
storage
them inside. They're a lot. I feel like they get bigger and bigger every time they come. I know.
After a quick little water break, stay hydrated, folks, we checked out Jenny Bic Journals, where we were oohing and eyeing over the handmade notebooks with the other attendees. I had to get everyone else to touch these journals and test out the other papers on display. cool things. Touch this paper. Am I like smell it? I know. It's so nice.
Very nice. I love these stickers.
Then it was off to another room. Again, it was much emptier than it was the day before. Probably for the best. Tono and Limbs, for example, was gone. I was so enchanted by Timothy Wyatt Carlyle's table. I told him it was like coming across a roadside magician peddling his wares. So that's amazing. Show me the back. I remember last year I made a beeline for Toyuka Craft just so I can get my little drawer, which I still love to this day. And so it was nice to come by the table. They were mostly sold out of their things. Drunam Pisan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, wasn't even in my radar until someone sent me out on a mission to check out their pens. Those ones in the front were so gorgeous. They had bits of like florals and other elements, and then they had a bunch of ebonite bodied pens, and I got to learn a little bit more about why people go crazy over ebonite pens.
I don't really know why. Why is ebonite so, like, people love ebonite?
Ebonite is the first material which were made of the pens were made, fountain pens.
Oh, yeah?
The oldest one. But it was black. Right now is you have lots of different colors.
Yeah, I didn't know that you can make like different color ebonite pens. I've only heard like ebonite feed, ebonite feed, ebonite feed.
Yeah, it's first ebonite fountain pens were black. So.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
As he's working with each piece of wood. A lot of them, he lives near where there's a guitar factory, a guitar making factory, and he gets the off pieces. So it's
They look like cigars. A little bit, yeah. Like the different grains.
Scribbler Tree also had some delicious mini journals full of papers of all types. I am a sucker for a mixed paper book. Oh my goodness, what kind of nib did you get? Broad. Is this your first fountain pen? No. That's awesome. Open, you want to open? Oh, do you know what kind of ink you're going to put in there?
Yes, I am going to put the Show Special.
The Show Special ink.
It's like a blood red. Like a blood red.
Ooh, that's going to be a nice combo. Oh, that's amazing. Congrats. That's a good find. Van Ness was there with an amazing assortment of bags and fountain pen inks. They had fountain pens, they had books, they had journal covers and pouches. They had all kinds. I mean, the Van Ness table is the one to hit for a good variety of stationery.
Visiting? Oh, would you like a notepad?
Oh,
Here, let me hold these off. Let me hold things.
Huh? Yeah, no, they're just giveaways.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's do one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Before I leave, let me just take a look at this.
Yeah, that's our vintage
Holy crap.
collection. Yeah, we used to carry it to the store. No, pretty
Thank you.
awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
How are y'all doing
nice.
today?
Oh, we're
Sorry.
Hi. Oh, no, it's fine.
And this is a cartridge.
And you have to ask, right? What brand is that?
I don't.
Cartridge these are more rare.
This is the Misty Blue. It's
Yes.
400.
400 for the.
What's that?
And it's an extra fine.
It's also,
That's the last one.
you already said the LE, last one went out. They only made a few of them and then that's it.
Got it.
I know. I really hope somebody buys it because if they don't, I have to.
Then you have to, yeah. Them's the rules.
And now it was time for the belly of the beast. We were laughing our butts off because it was a lot. It was overwhelming. And there was a lot to see. But she was so good. Mabel was asking all the right questions. And I was just really proud of her for just going for it. I took her over to Esterbrook where there was just some, pretty, more feminine pens. And it was just interesting to see what she was gravitating toward, what nib grinds she was liking. I had her just play and write with anything she wanted, as long as we asked first, of course. So you can see Sunday was definitely a lot more chill. So I tried to film little bits here and there and then run and rescue her if she needed me.
Like Vintage Flex, they can try. They don't know how to make this stuff anymore.
My little lines. S's, because then you can play with us.
You sound Smithsonian. Come on, like turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Like flex.
Flex with it. Come on. Come on. That's not.
All right, no pressure. Oh, God.
So, here, try this on for size. This is a Pelican 400. It's a stubby. It's a broad, but it's stubby. So
Oh, that's like the one I have.
the side to side is going to be much thinner than up down. That's even without flexing, and then you can flex on top.
That's like when I mentioned when they like kind of flex.
Like, I thought you were joking, like flex.
Oh no, like that's just look. So like,
tines,
so look, so this is like normal, right? And this is normal.
Oh, yeah. So
So if you do it too much, it'll spring and permanently deform. So it's a little scary, but if you're just cautious and build up,
So this does that too?
they all do. But only when you're pulling it back towards.
Like your downstrokes should have a little more
And like
pressure.
a little bit, like think of like you're pushing up.
They're a popular sticker company. The Coffee Monster School did it. That's in Esterbrook. Oh, so Kirk Penrose, they have a bunch of different brands. And then yes.
Aside from some guy trying to rip me off with a half-empty bottle.
Here.
How's the show
Oh,
going?
Is this a pole?
It's funny. I think
Let me see. Oh, that's pretty. I like this one.
But I love Sundays. So we did our workshop with Lenny yesterday. We did classes on Saturday.
So yeah, they are absolute.
I like the feel of
Yeah, it's a gold nib. It's an old school gold nib that's out.
Fountain pens, people like them because
And nobody has that many rollers. You can sell all of those right now.
if you open one of them, or let's see.
Like,
I'll use this one.
No, sorry, it's not the cheap one that you want. Fake.
Inside,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very protected.
Oh, yeah.
I have
Oh, wow.
a version of this that Viviana has gifted me so much. So I have like some of these, and then I've only bought one, but I have a few.
Yeah. You're like, you know how hard this is to get?
I don't think she stopped by the True Fate table, and I don't fault her one bit because their sea of pens is overwhelming, especially for a newcomer. But I was getting so much better at pointing out pen brands than I was last year. So I was very proud of myself because I was able to now bring someone else into the fold. A little black rabbit was there with stationery and charms, stamps, wax seals, stickers, washi tape. And lots of other fun stationery. And then across the way, Penny Post, like I mentioned before, had loads of Travelers Company items, Sula bags, stickers, page markers, pens, etc. So at Maycraft Tribe, she got some stickers for her kids. And after being done with the major ballroom, we kept going. We were at the tail end of the day. At the Navillard table, she tested out some pens, and I asked if Frank was around since they're hosting the Empire State Pen Show, and I will be teaching there this fall. They told me he was in China, so I will have to catch him in a few months.
For 6 months of work with him.
Oh my gosh. It has like ruchi and maquille and all these other techniques of like painting and drawing. Ve, mira, ese 8.95. O 18.95. They're very pretty.
Hi there.
Good.
You can do it.
These are absolutely gorgeous.
Good, because it's going to be.
So look, so see that's rotted. You work for Laura with the shells. That's what gives it that like luminescence. You need to that shimmer.
Do you feel like you need to?
That's that technique. And so these as well.
Yes. You have to tell him. He's going to be selling them.
Yeah.
That's called Galaxy.
It's beautiful.
And he works online. He sells online a lot.
Yeah, so see, it's rotten.
He sells
Like
you over
rotten.
North America.
Yes. It's a showpiece. It's a showpiece.
Good.
I think good.
Yes. I would not take that to the office.
Thank you for
Yes.
Hi, how are you? That's me.
These are amazing.
Yeah, very nice. Scan my code. You can follow me on Instagram.
What's your handle?
Here, Cari.visualjournal.
Oh my goodness. Wait, you do the podcast with Apu Marina and with...
That is me. You saw me.
Yeah, and Dorcas.
Yeah, let me give you stickers.
Oh my goodness.
I think I have left.
No, it's okay. Oh, these are swatches, right? Good job. These are beautiful.
So this is my card. You can find my social media here. This is the artwork that inspired the social. Let me
These
give
are
it to you.
beautiful.
And these are the postcards for the show.
Wow.
These are the secret left that I have.
Oh my goodness, these are so beautiful.
Yeah.
These are so. Can I put you in?
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Very nice. That's the original artwork. Then we had, this was the postcard for Yoseca Stationery Fest. In the first year, this one is the original art. Then I have Atlas Stationeries in the wall sales that I have. I did some Christmas cards. I did a California Pen Show 2024. That one is another. Lots of stationery stores.
Yes.
Yeah. Philadelphia Pen Show 2025.
Wow.
This was the artwork that inspired Montreal Scriven Pen Show, which ended up in a postcard. And then, well, I have some urban sketching adventures.
These are amazing. You use watercolors, right? Or markers?
It's a mix. It's all done with fountain pen and then watercolor on top.
Oh, okay. So fountain pen and then
Watercolor.
Yeah. These are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
We took a quick glance at the D-stash table before heading into another room where I ran into two familiar faces.
I know. I forgot. It's just tucked away. Hey, Rich.
Oh, now you come.
Hi.
On my way out.
Say hi.
Hi. Yeah. Ditching us all weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry. And it's refillable.
Yes.
That's beautiful. It's resin.
It's resin and the flowers are pressed.
That's beautiful. Good find.
We continued perusing and taking our time. It was starting to wind down on that Sunday. And again, I was just unbothered. It was so nice to not want or need to buy anything.
So then you get the nib. This is a fountain pen. Yeah, not a dip pen.
I showed her Sean Design's work. They're based not far from where we were up in Philly.
Because then she could just replace it.
Yeah, it's easier.
It is easier. I have quite a few fountain pens now,
Oh, from association.
but
You just
they're
have to.
all empty.
They're all empty. Have you used them?
I don't.
There you go.
I use the ballpoint.
We were hot off the heels of Stationery Fest, but I still went by to say hi to Tori of Stationery Universe.
Never not hustling. Never not hustling.
If I see you, if I see her in London, we gonna tear that town
Next
up.
time, when's the London Pen Show?
It's in October.
Yeah? I got too much going on.
Right. I'm just as bad. I'm going to
Where are you
London.
going? Where are you
I'll
going?
be going to London, Singapore this year, and going to the Dutch Pen Show next year.
That's amazing.
The ink testing tables nearly cost me my Amtrak trip home last year, so I didn't swatch anything this time around. Instead, we found a room right next to it so that Mabel could try inking her first fountain pen. Okay, so open it up. Twist it open. Twist it open. And then there's the cartridge inside. Okay. And then you're gonna take that and you're gonna pop it up into the nib.
Like this side
Yes. Mm-hmm. Until you hear like a click. There you go. Is it all the way in? Make sure it's all the way in. Yep, it's pretty all the way in.
Is it good like that?
Yeah. And then you're gonna kind of leave it upside down for a bit so that the ink starts coming down. Okay.
Is it supposed to sound like that? That's the little ball to keep the ink flowing. Okay. So then you can even put the cap on if you want to keep it like upside down. So it'll start working its way down. Does it have to fill this up? Yeah. Okay. Yes. It'll start working its way down. So
This is their thicker version. This is more like your phyllo than anything else. So you can run that with your fountain if your heart content.
All right, so it is the end of the DC Pen Show. We've survived. It's the final day. I will say that today was so much less packed than it was yesterday. It's the last day. In fact, I woke up, I went down, and I'm like, I guess people aren't even showing up. Some of the vendors were gone, and many started packing up early. It's now, what time is it? Do you have time?
3:37.
It's 3:37. So, what did you think? Even though I will preface this by saying this was not like true DC Pen Show vibes because it was not packed, but this is probably good because it was, I didn't think, as overwhelming as it could have been if you came yesterday or Friday. So what did you think?
It was bigger than I thought.
Uh-huh.
More overwhelming than I thought.
Uh-huh.
But everyone was very welcoming.
Yeah, no, they're nice.
And willing to teach.
Yes.
And knowledgeable about each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was a very inviting environment where, you know, you didn't feel like somebody was trying to take advantage of you. Like literally sending me somewhere else because it might have been a better option for me.
Yeah.
That's really
amazing. No. I think I will say still to this day, like I'm getting better at approaching those that sell the vintage pens. Like, you know, we know the type, you know, old school dudes. It can sometimes be a little nerve-wracking to go because you don't know what kind of pen it is. You don't know how it even opens. So it's good to just, I stick with the people that I know, and then I've started to venture out and ask, like, oh, well, they're smiling at me. Like, maybe I could go strike up a conversation with them. So I will say, yeah, I was surprised that there were many who were like, oh, you're shopping for a certain kind of person who isn't, like, doesn't know anything about fountain pens. You might be better off checking this other brand out or going to this other table. So I did appreciate that. I also appreciated that since you're coming with like zero knowledge, no offense, on fountain pens, I did find myself spending time looking at brands or styles that I typically wouldn't look at, just because they're the brands that I know and have tried and I'm familiar with. And so it was good to go with someone else who has like a tourist, right? So I saw some things that I completely passed over yesterday. Today I was able to like, oh, I didn't even notice that was even there. I didn't even know that table was even there. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
And I didn't realize how much, I guess, artistry can be put into making
the pen
itself and all that. So that really interested me. Even the whole the nib meister.
Oh yes, nib meister. So she got to play with some of the different grinds that the different nib meisters do. Yes, so she's a fan of journaler nib, which joined the club because it's a pretty popular one.
And I like the flex.
Oh, and she tried some flex nibs.
It's kind of scary.
Right? Because it's like that's really bouncy and
But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you think you'd go back to another pen show?
I think I want to do it again.
Yeah.
With a different lens. Maybe try my new purchase.
Oh right. So why don't you show us what you got?
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Oh, it's in the process.
Yeah. So we're still waiting for the capillary action to take place.
I know.
Yes. So do you remember what kind of pen it is?
It's a Pilot.
No, it's on the thing. Platinum. Oh, Plaisir. Oh, so maybe it's not a preppy. Yeah, so it's a platinum. It's an entry-level platinum pen, and it is this beautiful navy color with silver. Yeah.
keeping it upside down so that it can ink itself.
Ink itself, yes. Yes, she went with a cartridge. There's a cartridge in there. And so then when that cartridge empties out, you can empty it out, wash it, and then fill it with a syringe.
Yes.
Just a blunt syringe with, if you ever get a bottle of ink, I can send you some.
Oh, okay. And can it be washed with just water, or like do I have to use like alcohol?
You can wash it with water.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wash it with water.
Very
yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Right, that's my new baby.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting.
Bye. All right, so I'm going to catch my Amtrak in a few hours, so I'm gonna hang out for a little longer with Mabel. Everyone is already starting to pack up and leave the show. I did only buy 2 things for myself. I got these 2 little critters. So that was $1 each. So I spent $2 at the DC Pen Show. So yay for me. I did buy a pen for a friend, but I will let him share all about that whenever he decides to. So I will probably do one more check-in later when I'm about to, what are you doing? Okay, so I am just gonna wrap this up here. I had to stop because someone got hungry and was trying to eat snacks while I'm trying to record a video. So I'm going to pop back in probably when I'm at the Amtrak station. Probably when I'm at the Amtrak station. All right, bye. So again, this was my most chill fountain pen experience, and considering that this is the largest one, it's nice that I was able to get some of that chill vibe at the DC Pen Show. I made my way to Union Station. Mabel dropped me off, and then I just sat back and chilled the rest of the ride home. I was absolutely exhausted, but I had such a great time, both with my stationery bestie and with Mabel. And it was great to be with someone who introduced me to this world and now introduce someone else to it. I don't know if Mabel will come back to the DC Pen Show with me next year, but the offer is always there, and it's so close to her. It was just nice to spend some quality time together. All right, we're ready to test out Mabel's new pen. Yay! Oh, I like it. You like it?
Yeah.
Is it smooth?
Yes.
Yay!
Smooth operator.
Smooth.